Hi guys, so thanks for tuning in to another video, and this is a continuation from the previous video that I did about my experience with the visa application. So we're gonna continue from here, and again, if you have tuned in and you have not subscribed to this channel, please consider doing so, and also don't forget to give this video a like. And of course, if you haven't seen part 1 of this video, I will link it somewhere here, but go back and watch it so that you can continue, and then every other thing will make sense. So I'm actually preparing to go out, that's why I look like this. But anyway, see you soon and enjoy. Choose. And then once it is my turn, once this lady is is done with her interview, I now step to the window, and she greets me, and suddenly her countenance changes. People, when you find favor, and this favor doesn't come for free. You know, people can look at you and say, oh, you are so blessed, you are so lucky, you are so favored. They don't know what you have to do to obtain that favor. Try try fasting, my friend. And when you are fasting, shun away from anything else that would contaminate your spirit. Social media, TV. Just focus on God during that fast. Praying, singing praises, meditating, or listening to preachings. That kind of a fast is unmatchable, and it has to produce results. The devil has no choice but to back off. Yeah, so her countenance changes, and she's speaking to me ever so nicely. Now she's not shouting, and she's like, hi, how are you? So why are you applying for a visa? And I'm like, because I want to go and do like an intensive German language course for 3 months. And so from that point, she says, okay, can I have your application form? She looks at it and she says, just give me everything. Then I just give her everything. And remember, I have organized my documents categorically. A week before my interview, everything is organized, including the visa application fee. It was in an envelope for 1 week. I put 10,000, like 500 and something in an envelope. I knew I couldn't touch it even if I needed money, like how. So everything is organized categorically. So she looks at it, and then now I end up just having to say, yes, ma'am. Yes, please, not yes, ma'am. I was saying yes, please so much until I asked myself, okay, where did that come from? So she was just like, because she could see the documents are all there. So she did not need to ask for anything. So she would be like, oh, so you're applying for 88 days? Yes, please. And oh, you have health insurance. And she looks at it, and I say, yes, please. She looks at it. Everything is in check. And then she looks at the bank statement. So who is going to sponsor your travel? I tell her that it's self-sponsored. And she looks at the bank statement, she looks at the amount, and she's okay. So my interview process was just, yes, please, yes, please, yes, please, yes, please. Because everything was in check. God guided me through like that. So once she was done with that part, she now needed to do some entries in the computer. And now at that point is where she was asking me, so where are you going to stay? And I told her I am going to stay like in a hostel. And I told her the name of the hostel, and she could check and see that, yeah, that matches. And my booking is still active. Like even if she needed to contact the hotel, I had booked Mark City Hostel in Hamburg. Even if she needed to contact the hotel, then the booking was active. So I told her Mark City Hotel, and of course it was covering the entire duration of my stay. And then the other question that I remember being asked was, of course, I already told you about how I was going to finance my study. And my stay in Germany, I said it was self-sponsored and I could justify it by bank statement. For my stay, of course, I could justify by the hostel bookings that I had printed out from booking.com that matched with the dates that I was gonna arrive in Germany until the last day that I was gonna be staying in Germany. And then the other question that she asked me was like, are you married? I said no. And she said, do you have any children? I said yes, I have one child. And she was like, how old is she? I said 8. Does she go to school? I said yes, she goes to school and she's in grade 2. And she was like, so who is going to be taking care of your kid while you'll be away for your studies? And I was like, my elder sister will be doing that. And what other question did she ask me? She did not ask me so many questions, by the way, because everything was in check. The other question that she asked me was like, how, like my source of income, how am I able to sustain myself in the country? And I told her that I was working in Qatar until April that year, and that I had come back to the country because I wanted to apply for a Canadian permanent residency. So I was actually a candidate for Canadian permanent residency, and my application is still underway. But because of the corona pandemic, the process is taking a little bit longer. I thought to take some time off and use that time to study and gain some knowledge and experience, like, of the German language, which of course I had to justify that I am a hotel and hospitality career person, and having knowledge of a foreign language would be beneficial to my career. Of course, I told you guys, you always have to justify everything that you say. And I told her that, and so I told her, yeah, that would be beneficial to my career. And mark you, I had taken an exam with the Goethe Institute, level A1, that is level 1 of German, and I had scored like an 85 out of 100. So they could clearly see that this person is already dedicated and on the path to studying Germany and to success. And remember that this level A1, I did not go to any classroom. I just studied online, used online resources that I could find for free, and I passed even much better than the people that went to class for 4 months. I just needed to point that out. So yeah, I had my Goethe Institute certificate for level A1, the original and copy. I provided that. And of course, I also provided documents to show that I have a university degree. So I am a scholar, that I have a university degree, and like I already am on the path to building my career. So those are very important things. If you seem like somebody who is like this, you know, you don't have a proper level of education, you can't express yourself clearly, you don't have confidence, you're not going to get the visa. Just know that. So you need to be seem like somebody who knows what they are doing. That is a very useful tip. And then, of course, other than that, of course, I had to say that I've been like conducting online classes for IELTS, teaching people English, and that has been a means of subsistence for me. And also that I ran a YouTube channel, and by then it had like 28,000 subscribers, and I could justify it. I printed out a page that showed the number of subscribers and with my name on it, in such a way that if anyone needs to verify that information, they can clearly just go click on my name and see that, yeah, she's telling the truth. Everything checks out. So just remember that those things are very important. Do not mention anything just for the sake of saying it if you do not have any documents to justify it. It will ruin your chances completely. So, and then she needed to verify the dates. So you're going to stay for this number of days. Again, I'm just like, yes, please. And she was done. Oh, no. So, and then she asked me another question, that since you said that you have a child, can I have her birth certificate? And remember, the birth certificate of the child or of yourself, they are not among the required documents. But since I mentioned that I have a child, I had to justify it. And because I had already done prior research, I knew that I had to have that document. So I provided a copy of my daughter's birth certificate that I had carried, of course. And she looked at it and she said, okay, now that you have provided a copy of her birth certificate, I also need to see your own birth certificate. This is normally not a requirement, but because of your circumstances, then we need to see that. Then I gave her a copy of my birth certificate. Thankfully, I had carried that. After she checked, she said, can I see the originals? Again, thankfully, I had the my original birth certificate and the original certificate of birth certificate of my daughter. I provided those. She looked at them. They checked out. Then she stamped on both copies, certified copy, certified copy. Then the last question was like, have you been vaccinated? And I said, yes, but only one shot. And she was like, when are you going to get the second shot? And remember, by then it was 22nd of November, and I was like on the 8th of December. And she said, okay, just know that we are not going to start processing your application until we receive your vaccination certificate. And I was like, oh my God. And yeah, she said, I'm going to give you an email. Once you receive the certificate, just email it to us and then we will start your application. And she said, that's it. Oh my God, I couldn't believe it was over. I couldn't believe it. And I'm telling you, throughout, she did not raise her voice at any one point. She was so kind to me. I found favor with her, and that came definitely out of the prayer and fasting. Jesus Christ. So I left the place like that. Hey, I left the place. I went, took my bag, and as I was going out, another favor. Hey, God is good. So as I stepped out of the gate, I went to the soldier and I asked the soldier, where can I find a vehicle that's going to town? And she told me, just go straight ahead, and on the side of the road, matatus normally pass by there. So as I was going, just as I was stepping out of the gate, another vehicle came in. And I think they asked the soldier something and then turned. And the soldier asked this guy, are you by any chance going to town? Please help that lady to get to town. Favor. So I got a lift to town. And basically, that was my experience. So, no, I have not finished. Sorry. Then I go home and I'm thinking, oh my God, I have to wait for another almost 2 weeks plus to obtain like my vaccination before they can even start processing my visa. I cannot contain all that anxiety. I can't. I've been waiting for this day for this long just for me to wait. So what I did is I thought, okay, you know what? 6 weeks had already lapsed since my my first shot of the AstraZeneca vaccine. And I checked online and I saw that you can get the second shot after 4 weeks. So I told myself, you know what, I'm going to go to Mbagathi Hospital where I got the first shot and see whether I can get the second one. And as I was going, and because I was on those sides of Coptic Hospital, something told me, why not go ask at Coptic? You don't need to go that far. So I go to Coptic and I say that I need to get vaccinated. And the soldier, and I'm directed upwards. Like they asked me, is it the first one or the second one? And I'm like, the second one. And then I was directed to the room where I was going to get vaccinated. And then the soldier was waiting outside, of course. There was a soldier waiting outside. And she asked me, when was your last vaccination? And I was like 13th of October. And remember, by then was the 22nd of November. And she said, okay, you can go in. So as I'm waiting online, I'm just praying. And remember, I have not broken my fast. Then I had started the new fast. So I'm just praying, oh God, please let them not turn me away. So the line is moving. Suddenly, like a few minutes, like maybe 5-10 minutes after I go in, not even 10 minutes, then now they start with the vaccination process. Then when it gets to my turn, this lady just asks me, what is your ID number? And she keys in my ID number, and she says, you're good to go. Ha! I couldn't believe it. So I go, I get my shot, and bam, it's done. So I go home immediately, because the good thing is that immediately you are vaccinated in Kenya, you can download your vaccination certificate in PDF form. So I immediately download the certificate the same day that I had my interview. Remember, I download the certificate and I attach it to a mail. I just used my phone, did not even need to move a muscle. I attach it to my to the email of the German embassy, and I send it, and I say I am so and so, and I give my I think my appointment or my visa application number, something like that had been given. So I say, this is my application number. I was at the embassy today for a visa application, and I was told to submit my vaccination certificate. So I submit. So that day, of course, they don't respond to you like, oh, you have received it or not. So Monday, nothing happens. Like on Tuesday, nothing happens, and I tell myself, if on Wednesday I don't hear from them, I'm going to resend the certificate again, just in case maybe they did not receive it. So I send another email again. I just like use the same mail that I sent the first time, but I edit some details here and there, and I now say I was at the embassy on Monday for a visa application, and I was asked to submit my corona vaccination certificate, and it's attached on this email. And I tell myself, if I don't hear from them again, I'm not going to bother them. I'm just going to wait for my turn. So I leave it like that. Thursday again, I don't hear from them. And then on Friday, I wake up now with a holy anger, and I tell God, it's enough. I'm not going into the weekend with this much anxiety. No way. Woo! I'm not going into the weekend with this much anxiety. I am releasing my visa today. Not a passport without a visa. No, I'm releasing my visa today. I don't know what you're going to do. I don't know how you're going to do it. But today, I'm receiving my visa. And by then, you see, I still have that special grace because I'm still in fasting mode. You can command things to happen here and there. So after I pray like that, I shower and I go to town. I want to go and get my nails done. As soon as I get to town, a place called where ICEA, for those people who have used Valley Road, as soon as I get to ICEA, before I even get off the matatu, the KBS matatu, I get a phone call. Hello. I don't know, I am from G4S, and I know, oh my God, Jesus Christ, my prayers work. And I am at Kenyatta Market. I was living in Kenyatta Market by then. And I have a letter for you here from the German embassy. And I'm telling him, oh my goodness, I just got to town, I'm not at home. Could you leave it somewhere, maybe in one of your offices, and I will come and pick it up? And he says, no, I don't really see exactly where I can leave it, because I don't know our offices are where and where. But I don't think it's a very important document, so maybe you can just follow up with it later. And I'm telling him, hey, that is my passport. I tell him, stay there, I'm gonna take an Uber right away and come and collect it. And he's like, okay, I'm gonna hang around for some time. I will be at Cambry. Just come find me there. Hey! I alight from that matatu with the speed of lightning. And I'm not tensed at all. I just start laughing. In my spirit, I'm laughing. I'm asking myself, okay, what is this? I am just laughing. I'm so happy. I'm bursting with joy. Like it's finally happened. I don't know the answer yet. No, but I'm just happy. I call an Uber, it comes, and I tell him straight, let's go to Kenyatta Market, to Cambry. So this taxi driver is asking me, so how is everything? I'm telling him, everything is so good. Don't tell him, of course, what is going on. That's personal. So we get to Camry, I alight, I pay my Uber, and then I have to wait for this person who I don't know is where. So I'm waiting and waiting and waiting. And then finally I call him and he says, come out here near the flag. Let's meet there. And in my mind, I was telling myself, if the package comes with just my passport, then I will know that the visa has been issued. But if there is a paper inside, then I will know that maybe that's a rejection letter, because that is what happened the first time. So I was really praying that there is no paper inside. And then once he hands me over the package, before I even acknowledge it, I feel it and I feel that there is a paper inside, and my heart breaks. I'm telling God, and I said it in Kiswahili, yani tena wameninyima. Kwani how is somebody supposed to pray? And I'm sad. So I just take that acknowledgement form and I fill it. I sign that I have received my document. And he goes. So I tear the package, I tear it open. And before I even check in my passport, I want to see, okay, what reasons are they giving for my rejection? And then I see, dear traveler, welcome to Germany. I'm like, aha, hey, what? Hey, what? Hey, quickly, I stop even reading. I get to my passport. I flip through the pages. I find the visa. Hey, Jesus Christ of Nazareth. I was happy. I started crying. Like, oh God, I can't believe you've done it. Like, you're so faithful. Thank you. So I'm just walking. I just take the passport. I return it into the package. I'm holding it. I'm walking. I'm crying. And now this Camry soldiers are looking at me like, what is wrong with her? I'm crying. I don't even care who is looking at me. I'm crying. I'm praying to God. Oh God, thank you so much. Thank you. You've done it for me. You've done it. And that's my story. And lo and behold, today I'm here on my 20th day. So God is faithful. God is so faithful, and that's exactly how it went down with my visa application. I hope you have been inspired, and if you have, don't forget to like, don't forget to comment, don't forget to share, and don't forget to subscribe. And I will see you on another video. Tschüss!